Okay, this will be an interesting one. Let's see how this looks, if we can make it look any good. Wondering if we're going to use text mode for this. I think we're going to leave this on 100. Wondering we're going to make some dark text with this. We're going to make it really contrasty. We don't want it light. I think we want it in the middle for this. All right, let's see what we have. We have here, this is what we're photocopying, is Alice Cooper, Old Black Eyes Is Back. And the magazine we've got it from is none other than Mixdown Monthly, which is a musos magazine. So we're interested in our trusty old Alice Cooper. I'm not into Alice Cooper, folks. I know someone who really likes him, but I don't actually. I myself am not a fan. I appreciate his work, as in it's got a purpose. There is a strange purpose to Alice Cooper's shock rock. Even though I'm not a fan of it, I don't particularly like it. But basically, I have an understanding of it, that there is a reason why he creates these horrible horror show type acts on stage with his music. I appreciate that's a part of who he is, and that looks really quite cool. That does. That looks really like a bit of a shock rock flavour to this. So I'm wondering where that'll be the centre of the job. But yeah, he is well known for his shock performances. As I said, they're not my cup of tea. I don't find them very tasteful at all. But a lot of people really like that sort of thing. So it's basically a part of his act. And his fans, his stuff goes back a long time ago, from what I heard, like 60s or maybe late 60s, early 70s was, I think, when he got started with his shock rock routine. But as I said, it's not I find it very distasteful, but not very pleasant. But he's got a huge fan base, and his fans have got to be catered to. A lot of these old rockers often do perform stuff from the past. It's like in the music industry, people seem to live in the past a lot. I don't understand why. When it comes to music, I like to see my old favourite groups produce new stuff as well as rehashing their old stuff. I really like to see a lot of new stuff come out of bands and groups that I like to listen to. I usually get bored of hearing the same music over and over, even though it's classic. I like to be able to basically hear some new stuff as well. I don't want to live in the past. I still listen to some of their past hits, but they get a bit old and a bit mouldy, and I like to hear, as much as they can, produce new stuff. But I think a lot of the fans seem to be stuck in the past a lot of the time with music, and that's the kind of demand they get from their fans, is to play the old shit, the old stuff that brings back memories of happier days, because the days of today are really dark and grim, with climate change and homelessness and inequality in general, rich getting richer, poor getting poorer. People often like to try to get away from the here and now And I shouldn't have produced 2 copies because I'm just producing one each for each colour. So I just have to get rid of one of these and get the other colour, which is the blue. But basically, people, I think, just want to live in the past because the past was a better time than what we have now. And the music really has the power to take you back to the early days, to your youth, and remind you of happy times. And that's, I think, why a lot of bands do get caught up in the rut of playing the old stuff, is because the fans demand it. The fans want you to remind them of the happier days. But, you know, what can I say? It's an interesting world, the music industry, but again, it's plagued by money fucking tyrants. Like every industry, pretty much, the money becomes the thing, and most of these old bands can't get on the charts anymore, but they still tour, which is good. It's good that they're still out there and doing their work. But anyway, that looks really quite cool. I think now we can call this demo quits.